able.
Yeah, well, this is
causing
interesting.
havoc.
This is interesting when you say this now. So I've got a daughter, and one day she'll grow up and bring someone home, and I would have that judgment on this man.
100% you would.
Yeah, like I'd be like, okay, so you're going to take my daughter away.
Yeah.
What do
you want to know that he can...
Are you going to be able to look after her?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to protect her? Are you going to be able to provide for her? Are you going to love her?
100%.
All these things, I'm going to be saying that to him and show me what you are about and what you're going to do and what you're going to achieve. Like, I'm going to want that because that's, again, what I've provided for my family and what I'd be doing. Now, if this guy's smokes weed all day, do you know what I mean?
The whole building just shake?
Yeah, I think it was the downstairs.
Oh,
the,
my God.
I think it was some door or some shit. Anyway, but if he just smokes weed all day and he's a deadbeat,
that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't
Yeah,
do anything,
and he's just a piece of shit and treats her like shit.
That's right. It's like
and it's like, what are you doing?
And then he comes and asks me for permission. First of all, a person like that probably would never ask for permission to marry my daughter anyway. You know what I mean? But 100% there is that level. If they're a no hope or if they're a deadbeat, then why stay with them?
Yeah. So men are.
But often people would look at, say, someone being emotionally vulnerable as weakness as well. People.
So where's the line? Where's the line?
I don't know.
Where's the line?
I think it depends in what scenario, when you are going to do it and how you're going to do it.
Full credit to him.
Yeah.
He said, you can leave this in. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right after it. He's like, you don't have to edit this out. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
so
then
I mean, that to a degree in itself is I don't know, is it brave
masculine?
Masculine to a degree as well. It's like, no.
It's
like,
brave, courageous.
Courageous, bit of courage. Absolutely, because he's being vulnerable. Look, I think you should be, as a man, you can be vulnerable to a few people. That's fine. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad character trait, especially to, say, your partner. Who else could you be vulnerable? If you can't be vulnerable to them, who else can you be to? Do you know what I mean? I think your partner should be, if you've got a vulnerable moment as a man, if you are going through a hard time, I'd hope that you can speak to your partner about it and just go, look, I'm actually really struggling with my mental health. I'm really struggling with doing this. I don't know what to do. I'm beside myself, because that's going to be always better, having that conversation with someone that cares about you and not going to judge you too. And women, you shouldn't ever, because if you do, I promise you they'll never fucking open up ever again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I haven't been in that position for a long time, so I don't know. Based on where I am now, I don't know what that's like. But I've heard there's a lot of people saying on the internet, saying things like, you should limit how much you do it to.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to do it every single day of every single moment.
In the sense of, because then she'll start to think, maybe he can't look after me.
Yeah, to a degree. To a degree. But it's also like, if you're doing it all the time, every time, well, then
you're flopping.
Yeah, like you're not. But it's not. That's not fixing the issue, right? You're giving in to that weakness. You're accepting that I'm depressed, or no, I am a failure, or I can't do this. You're talking to yourself. You're telling yourself you are these things. Like, get out of it. You're going to be vulnerable to that person saying, look, I want the help, or this is how I feel, or I'm upset over this. But the intention is, with having that conversation, is that each and every time you do it, it's less intense. It's no longer there the next day, perhaps. Maybe that person can help you with it in that moment, or maybe they can say, cool, let's go get some help. And the idea is, when you're getting the help, you're getting better each and every time. It might be incremental, it might be 2%, 1%, 10%, 30%, but eventually you're going to be like, cool, I'm not in that space anymore. And then you go back to being yourself, being that high performer, being that next version of you, whatever it's going to be. And sometimes that can be a friend. A lot of guys are very close with their mates. They have a best friend, and they can open up to them and say, listen, I've got this going on. This is really affecting me at the moment. I've got no one else to talk to. I don't feel like I can talk to my partner. I'd rather talk to you. Sometimes they might feel more comfortable speaking to another male, or another male that's gone through a similar situation, whatever it is for them, or a brother, or a father. I would like to think that my son can always come back and speak to me about anything he wants at any time.
Do you feel like you could do it with your dad?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's good. I think
more so now than I did years ago. If we go back, say, 10 odd years ago. But yeah, now I would say probably tell him most things before other people. But if my first would be my wife. If I had something that was really bothering me, I'd have that conversation with her first, and then if I needed more, I'd speak to someone else. But fortunately, there's been very rare occasions where I'm blessed. I've got a good life. I've been very fortunate along the way. Have I had difficult conversations? Absolutely. There always is, but conflict delayed, conflict intensified. That's what I've learnt over the years. You've got to have these conversations up front, because you bottle it up and it's going to be like Strickland. He's going to get on a podcast one day and you're going to start fucking crying. And it's not the crying, it's it's letting out that emotion perhaps. Right, because it's obviously he's bottled that up. If he had that conversation,
you got to watch it to understand, because he doesn't.
Yeah,
cry.
I know. I'm just saying,
it's like a 45-second release.
Yeah,
and then he's back.
Yeah,
but the release is weird.
Yeah,
like it's not weird in the sense of what a weirdo. It's weird in the sense of like why is he crying like that? Like this is a grown man. Like
the toughest of the tough.
It's like the way you see it. Like dude, I'm telling you, like I got watery eyes when I watched it. I was like, to see him in that state, I was like, oh my God, like, fuck, you must be
hurting.
You must be hurting, yeah.
But see,
like,
mate,
wow.
had he had those conversations prior,
and
maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he'd feel better having that conversation in the future. Say he got on the podcast.
I'm sure he has, dude. You don't reckon he's done it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, do I.
Again, we're judging. We're just reading the book of the cover, the cover of the book. But
my thing is it okay what he did?
Yeah, I don't see an issue with that.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with it either. I was getting destroyed in this group convo, yeah?
Yeah, they're just trying to be sick cunts, but sick blokes. Your mates, sorry about that, guys. Couple C-bomb for your Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, your mate's probably just trying to be cool.
If that doesn't wake you up, doesn't it? But they're not, but the people who were doing it are not like, oh, look at me, like I'm not at all.
Yeah.
Like at all. So I was very surprised. And then I thought, maybe I'm missing a key point here. Like, because both of them are agreeing and I was not. Like, I was like, you guys are wrong here, man. Like, you guys are ridiculously wrong about this.
A few weeks ago, and you were saying, no, you're a dud. About how it would be harder for men with a lot of these emotions.
I didn't. Hold on, I'm going to say you're a dud.
You're just thinking it out loud.
But yeah, my thing was, I refuse to believe that I'm disadvantaged because of my gender.
Absolutely not.
I refuse. There was nothing. No one can convince me of that.
I
no one.
couldn't agree with you more.
No way in the world can you convince me that I'm disadvantaged because I'm a man. No way. No way.
Couldn't agree.
Zero chance. You know what I mean? You've got a better chance convincing me I'm not a man than you are convincing me that I'm disadvantaged because I am a man. Like, I'm telling you now, like, you cannot, zero. And that's what I was saying to you.
Yeah.
Like, there is no, and then saying that, because I think.
Do you think that's a disadvantage, though? Is that what we're saying? I'm not saying it's a disadvantage. I'm just saying.
No. I'm saying that if you say that it is harder for men, then you're playing the victim because I am this. Yeah. And I don't buy into that. Anything that makes us sound like the victim, I don't buy into. It's like
maybe the word's not
women
harder.
who claim that men don't let us do this and men don't let us do that, and I'm empowering women, and it's like you're putting your own limitations on yourself, lady. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're the best at what you do, I'm not going to be like, I don't want to work with you because you're a lady. But if you're the best at what you do and you say, ladies, I can't work with you anymore. So you actually can help less people. You're actually limiting yourself by saying, I'm empowering women, rah, rah, rah. You know what I mean? They think that their way of thinking is helping them. It's not. They're actually limiting themselves. And I refuse to buy into that idea, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, but can you also appreciate a lot of people don't think the way that you do? You're saying that for you. You're saying that for you.
Yes,
but you don't believe
from my own context.
That's right. But you don't believe other men. Like it's evident in your conversation with your mates. They're saying what a pussy this guy is. I've lost respect. No, I'm not.
That wasn't the language.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll read the combo to you.
Duds.
Huh?
They're acting all tough now. Strickland was in the room. He'd be like, even after the fight, they wouldn't say that in front of him.
Dude, after the fight, look at him. Got bashed mentally and physically.
Yeah.
That was the conversation, and I silenced the convo.
But you see how tough they're acting, and the perception that they're putting on him as a male. Oh, look at this guy. He claims to be tough as nails, and then he's crying on a podcast, and he lost the fight because he's a little bitch. Paraphrasing.
It could be. It could be.
That's their perception, but you're looking at that from a vast majority of the world. I reckon a lot of people think like that. That's why fucking Beyond Blue exists.
Because people think like that.
No, I'm just saying there's a place just for men to go and speak to because they don't have anyone to speak to.
My question to you.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.